To start our pumpkin landscape, you will need a black piece of paper and a white oil pastel. The first thing we need to do is draw our horizon line. We're going to do our horizon line pretty far up so we have lots of room for our pumpkins. So to start, I think I'm going to start a little bit further down, but then I'm going to have it be a little hilly and work my way up. So notice it's a little over halfway. Now I want you to watch, put your oil pastel down, and watch how I'm going to draw my pumpkins. I'm first going to draw the ones in the front. Now we know that they're in the foreground, so that means they're going to be the biggest pumpkins. So I'm going to draw my biggest pumpkin right in front in center. Now they don't have to be perfect circles. You can kind of make sketches. We're going to color over them, so they don't have to be perfect right now. Then I'm going to have another one overlapping. So I'm going to have it going behind. So notice how I did not finish that line, right? I just started and ended here. So it looks like this one is in front. Then I think I'll do another big one over in this corner. A different shaped pumpkin. There's lots of different shaped pumpkins. And the ones on the horizon lines are going to be the smallest ones because they are going to be the furthest ones away. This is going to make it so it looks like it has lots of space. So I'm going to do a few right on the horizon line, a few next to, and I'm going to have them overlapping. I think here I'll maybe even have 3. And I think I'll have a little one up here. And then, so now we have our foreground and our horizon line. And now we can do our medium pumpkins. So I can do a medium one here. Now when I'm coloring, I'm going to take that one out. I'll take that line out when I color. And then I can do another medium one here. Maybe some overlapping here. Maybe have a group of 3 pumpkins. So you will see I have my, make this one maybe even a little bigger, so that I have a big, a medium, and then my smaller pumpkins. So when I say go, you can go ahead and start drawing your pumpkins. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pumpkins. I would say 14 pumpkins is all you need. You could have them more spaced out if you want. Have some that are in your foreground, nice and big, they're the closest ones. Have some that are by your horizon line, they're furthest away. And then some pumpkins that are in the middle. You're drawing this with your white oil pastel. Go. Now the next thing we need to do is our big moon. So I'm going to do a big moon, having it coming out of the page as it's midnight, and it's going to be a big moon. So go ahead and draw your moon. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start practicing to shade, to color our pumpkin. So I'm going to start with the biggest pumpkin so you can see, and we're going to start lightest up here to dark because our moon is shining down, so the top of our pumpkins are going to be the lightest. So in my oil pastels, I'll find my lightest, I think this is my lightest yellow, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to start coloring on the top. We're going to do lots of colors here, so I'm just going to start with the top. Then I'll do my next, I think is a little darker yellow. Can overlap, going over the lightest one and starting a new one, a new row. Then I think I can go to a darker yellow, or maybe a yellow-orange, which is this one. And I want you to notice how I'm coloring. Am I coloring like this? No. I'm coloring in the shape of a pumpkin, so I'm curving my edges, and then I'm coloring in a line across. And when I get to this side, I'm doing the same thing and drawing in the circle. So this will help it look like a circle. Then I can choose I think my next one I have is the orange, the bright orange. I'm going curved like the pumpkin, across, notice how I'm overlapping with the yellow orange, and then when I get over here I'm gonna curve. Then I will do a red is my next one, curving, coloring, and notice how I'm coloring thorough so you can't see a lot of black through, curve, and then I'm gonna end with my darkest red. Now yours, second graders, do not have to have the exact same colors as me. You may not be able to find the exact same colors, but you do want to make sure you're going lightest to darkest using yellows and oranges. Okay? Then at the very top, I'm going to take my white, and I'm actually going to make it white just like the sun, or the moon up here. Then I'm going to go ahead and add black. Now you may think, why would we do black for a stem? Well, eventually our background is going to be colored, so I can do black for a stem so that it will stand out. So that is how you're going to do all of your pumpkins. You're going to do light, medium, dark, all the way to the darkest right at the bottom, so that it looks like the light is shining down on all of our pumpkins. Okay, let's do another one. I'll do a little one. Keep watching. I'll do this medium one over here. Now watch, this one is overlapped, so I'm not going to do the full thing. So I'm going to start at the top with my lightest, then my next. This one I can do a little smaller, the lines, because it's a smaller pumpkin. Remember in what direction you're coloring in. Now notice as I come to this pumpkin, am I going to keep going? No, because that's the one that's going to overlap. And you want to do your best to try and kind of cover up those white lines. And then my darkest, just like that. And I can go back and kind of cover up those white lines a little bit so you don't see the white sketch lines of the pencil. And then when I'm done, I'm going to go ahead again and do the white on top. So the sun is it's the moon. The moon is shining down. And then your stem in black. You will do this to all of your pumpkins. Please take your time. We will not finish today, but please take your time and get maybe 2, maybe 1, maybe 3 pumpkins done today.